If you're constantly scrolling on TikTok, figuring out what LeBron's doing, what Ronaldo's doing, what these people dancing on TikTok's all about, and you out here thirst trapping and all this stuff, like the doom scrolling's got to stop. And the reason why you're broke is because you're just obsessed with these stupid things. And if I was getting started wholesaling real estate and I was one of those dopamine addicted 18-year-olds who just can't get off my phone and I got no money, I want to make a change in my life, the fastest way to get there is wholesaling real estate. Now, the question is, most people are going to charge you a $10,000 program to start learning wholesaling real estate. Well, what I'm going to do today is show you how you can turn pretty much $10 in your bank account into probably, let's call it $20,000 in the next, let's call it 21 days. I don't think I'm even asking too much. So let's turn $10 into $20,000 in the next 21 days. And you're going to go from a broke loser to a rich winner that is stopping this downward spiral. The reason why I try to get young men into wholesaling real estate, especially young women, is because if you start here on the bottom, right, you're making no money and you start making, 10 grand this month, 20 grand, then 40 grand a month, then 60 grand a month, then 80 grand a month, then 100 grand a month. You start rising up the ranks in your life and you stop doom scrolling, you stop feeling sad, you stop your excuses, and you actually start making a big change in your life. So if you're young, you're broke, which is a ton of people that follow me on Instagram because most young people are broke. Like, I was young, I was broke, I get it too. You don't got much money to start out in wholesaling real estate. So we have a fat $10 bill to get going. Now, the majority of people you're going to see on the internet is going to tell you, well, all you need to do is just go get a credit card, get a $10,000 limit. I've seen them actually teach you how to do it, and then go buy my course, right? And then after you learn my course, drop another 5 grand in marketing. That's about 15 grand total. And you'll go out here and make $10,000. And boom, you're a success. We'll put you on the poster board and you're a champion. And that's pretty much the flow of wholesaling real estate education ever since I got started on YouTube. The truth is, you could just turn that $10 into just a $20,000 deal or even a $10,000 deal. It doesn't even matter. And you don't have to go out here, buy the course, spend the 5 grand in marketing or do any of that stupid stuff. But you're going to have to listen to me and actually eliminate all the excuses. Oh, who's this guy? Why is he talking to me? What's his agenda? What is he selling me? I'm not selling you anything. You have $10. Like, you clicked on this video because you're broke. What do I have to sell you? There's nothing I can sell you here. So let's get you rich and then maybe you can get extra software, but that's pretty much all you can do. So let's get started. $10. You do not have many options, which I think is a really good thing because when you don't have options, you don't have many excuses. You don't get overwhelmed with this analysis paralysis of oh my gosh, should I do direct mail? Should I do Facebook ads? Should I do PPC? Should I do PPL? You're not being hit with all this stuff. You're not being hit with, should I get X leads in the software? Bro, X leads is $100 a month. You do not have the money for that. So all of these options that you're being thrown, get rid of it. You don't have any of them. You don't have any of these options. You can't be dumb and waste all this money because you don't got any. This is the exciting part. You don't have many ways to get rich, only 1 or 2. So the thought process of what should I do, it's already decided for you. It's already done for you. I think that's kind of the best part about this. And so you got $10, you got to focus on one main thing. And that is just getting what I call eyeballs. Now, of course, I'm the greatest, sexiest artist of all time, but these are eyeballs. And the thing about eyeballs is that is the main goal of wholesaling is you want people, a bunch of people, hopefully, thousands of eyeballs to go look on your message of that you are looking to buy houses for cash. That is what you're looking to do, okay? You are looking for people to see that you're looking to buy houses for cash. And then you get them the cash offer, you write up a contract, then you sell the contract, right? And so you're gonna need to get attention. That is the main goal. And so with $10, how do you get the most attention? Well, here's the thing. You're not really going to be spending money, okay? Money is not going to be a way to get attention, especially with that little. To get attention, you're going to have to put in time to go get that attention, which no one talks about. Everyone talks about just throw money, go drop $10,000 on PPC campaign and spend $10,000 on Facebook ads. And that's how you get the attention for people now. And that's the now, okay? Dude, you got no cash. And so you're going to eliminate even the $10. What's the point? Time is really where you're going to get this attention. And to convert time into attention, which is going to lead you to getting a wholesaling deal, that's the big secret. So what are ways where I could throw my time in and start getting deals? Well, I'll be honest with you, you have no money, so you're going to have to put your time into free things that cost no money. So let's look this as a machine. I don't know, Minecraft, you know those little like crafting tables? Well, you're going to craft time into money. And basically, you're going to put your time into pretty much 4 main things. Number 1, you're going to put it into cold calling. Now, before you start crying to me like, oh, Zach, I don't want to cold call. Well, that's why you're broke. But the main reason why I'm telling you to cold call is what else are you going to do? Like, most of the other stuff costs money. So cold calling doesn't cost any money. You can go out here and use Google Voice. You can use truepeoplesearch.com, cyberbackgroundchecks.com, get people's phone numbers. You can dial for free, get their phone numbers for free. Now, what really sucks is to cold call for free. It's going to take some time. Like to skip trace the leads are probably going to be the worst thing to do. But to get the lead, to skip trace it, then you got the free dialer, you're going to start calling. Use Google Voice, you'll be good to go. On top of that too, I would really get into SMS text blasting. Now, remember I told you about Google Voice, literally the greatest free wholesaling software of all time, pretty much. Google Voice will let you text sellers for free and call sellers for free. Like this is going to be your main thing. Like this is the main enchilada. This is outbound free marketing. This is the crux. This is the main course. If we have our whole plate of food right here, right? Pretty much the pie of all of our time is going to be calling and texting, CT. The rest is going to be the other things I'm going to tell you to do right now too. But like 70% of all of your effort, even 80 probably, has to be calling and texting. That is like the main part. Now we'll do the side piece. What's going to be on the side? Well, on the side too, we can do some other things like custom to get deals. What I'm a really big fan of is going to be my EOG system, which is my cold email generating system. So email offer generator, that's EOG. I teach you pretty much how to get somebody's email and then email blast them using Google Sheets. Now I'm going to sound like a shill here, but at freewholesaling.com, freewholesaling.com. But if you go to freewholesaling.com, I literally will teach this. I'll teach this. I'll teach it all for free. But there's a software in freewholesaling.com where you can connect Google Sheets to your Gmail account so you can start blasting around 1,000 emails a day. Those are going to be emails like, hey, I'm looking to buy your property for cash. Are you interested in selling it? The thing is, most wholesalers will absolutely downright refuse to email blast because they don't know how to do it. And obviously, it's pretty expensive to actually email blast if you're going to pay for a software. But you could really just do it completely for free. So my EOG system, it's free. One of my favorites. Like, this is how you're going to get rich and successful here. Now, on top of that too, I would tell you to go out here and post digital bandit signs. I'm calling it DBS, digital bandit signs. Now, it's really not that complicated. You're going to go to Facebook groups. You're going to use AI to write ad copy, and you're just going to post in these Facebook groups. Now, I have a couple of methods. In freewholesaling.com, the free course, they teach us all in here. Like, I literally teach it all. But you want to warm up the Facebook group and then start posting these Facebook groups with 40 and 50,000 people. You're going to get a ton of eyeballs, like 30, 40,000 people seeing that you're looking to buy properties in the area for cash. Have ChatGPT generate a picture, and you're going to get a ton of inbound leads. So this is all going to be inbound leads, which is really fun. The problem about it is it's just hard to get the phone numbers. But this is inbound, which is way better, right? The lead is literally coming to you. And then this is going to be outbound. There's nothing wrong with outbound. I think outbound is actually the best one between you and me because it's the best return on your investment, especially broke. But you're going to get a deal a lot quicker doing this than you're going to do doing that. So what's our plan of action here? So our plan of action is we're going to be pulling some lists, and then we are going to attack the lists. If I were you and you're broke, right? I mean, drawing for dollars, if you can, right? If you got $10 and you can run on fumes, like use that for drawing for dollars. That'd be my favorite one. You go in your car, look for ugly houses, write down the address on Google Sheets or on your phone, and then get their phone number, cyberbackgroundchecks.com or truepeoplesearch.com, and skip trace them and go call them, right? Now, obviously, I would say the probate list is probably going to be one of my favorites. I teach that in freewholesaling.com, how to pull that list completely for free. I like code violations. I'm just calling it CV. Pre-foreclosures are going to be good. Those are people that don't pay their mortgages. I like any type of lien. I love the tax delinquency list. Fire damage properties are awesome. The water shutoff list is great too. I mean, if the property went on fire, they're going to be motivated. If there's no running water on the property, they're going to be super motivated. And all you're going to do here is just go to truepeoplesearch.com, get their phone number, and then you're going to call and text this list. Now, in the next 21 days, you're going to call and text 1,000 sellers. That is the goal. That is what we're going to do. Now, if, ands, buts are crying about it. That is how in the next 3 weeks, you're going to get your first wholesale deal. On top of that too, you're also, those 1,000, you're going to email them, and then you're going to post 40 digital bandit signs, DBS. So overall, you're going to call 1,000 people. You're going to text 1,000 of those sellers. You're going to email 1,000 of them, which should take you like 2 minutes to do. And then you're going to post 40 digital bandit signs in Facebook groups in your area. And obviously go to freewholesaling.com, my free real estate wholesaling course. It's really not complicated to get your first wholesaling deal. Pull the lists, go to Triple Search, and you're going to go and have success. Now, here's what's going to happen in your journey. Let's use a little time scale here. Let's do this 21 days, 0 days. Because you literally have brain rot, if you're like Gen Z like me, you can't probably do anything consistently that is not fun or gives you a dopamine hit for 3 days straight. Usually day 4 and then all the way to like day 14, I know this timeline's not right, you're going to be hitting a wall, like an absolute wall. Like, oh my gosh, this is boring. I'm going nowhere. I'm not getting deals. Like this absolutely sucks. And that's your brain fighting. Your brain wants to watch LeBron James do another slam dunk on TikTok and then go watch another video of some koala bear sleeping on a tree or something versus just cold calling motivated sellers, which is not fun for you. But you also got to remember that this is your current life. It is like this. This is your current life, right? And if you are, let's say, 18 years old and you graduate college like here, and now you have your 9-to-5 life, life gets a lot more boring because you're going to live 9 to 5. And then when work is done, you're going to be on brain rot TikTok. And then you go back to work. And then this perpetual cycle of everything sucks just keeps going on for you. And until you decide you're actually going to start waking up, you're going to be living this terrible, terrible, terrible cycle. And I see my friends, I see family members, I see all these people go through this insane cycle where, again, it's 9 to 5. Then you just try to get your little dopamine hit when work is over. Then you go back to work. And then you got the weekend, which makes you really happy because you can finally live for 2 days. And then you go back to 9 to 5. So you live this life where you're on the 9 to 5, you're sad, right? You're sad most of the day. And then you're off of work. Then you're sad because you have to keep working the next day. And then you're off. And then you got to keep working. And then you get burnt out. And then you're sad. Then you got the weekend. It's super happy. And then boom, back to work. And then like you're living this life where you're only happy for very, very small portions of time. Now, as a certified multimillionaire, I can tell you that life is fun because when you make a $30,000 check and you just keep making money every single day, your life just gets better and better, bar any bad health or anything bad happen to you or your family. And so what I'm trying to do is actually change your life because you could actually start hiring people out in this business and make millions of dollars doing it where your life constantly goes up. But you know this 9 to 5 life, right? You know where like you work, then you get home and you're probably trying to get just some relief of how much your day sucked. And then you go back to work and you're sad and then you're fine and then you're sad and then you're fine, you're sad, you're fine. Then you got the weekend, you're happy, then boom, you're back to being sad. And the only thing really mentally putting you together if you're like 18 or 19 on a job like that is you get to go on your phone and you get to just kind of zone out when work's over. Well, funny things happen to most guys and gals by the time they hit age 30 is they decide to get married, which is always great and fun, but then you start having 2 or 3 little kids and you're not going to be able to just be scrolling and playing video games like you once were when you were younger. And now you're going to spend time with your kids. And obviously I don't have any kids and I want to be a father in the future. So like I have no problem with this. But when you're working a 9 to 5 job and you work, and then you take care of the kids and then you got really no time for yourself, this is when you mentally start hating your life and hating yourself. Even though you love your kids and stuff, you work, and then you see the kids and that's great. That's awesome. But like kids take time and I hate to tell you, kids under 5 are going to be sucking your energy, which is not a bad thing. They're just young, right? But you have fun with them, but you're tired. You can't do the things you like that get your dopamine hits, like playing video games and TV all the time because you're taking care of your kids and the family. That I find most young men and women can deal with a 9 to 5 job because when they get off, they go party on the bars and, kind of zone out and then go back to work. But once you start having kids and wives and things like that, you can't do that. And so you don't have that dopamine hit anymore. And now you're all sad and depressed. And you're really like, dang, I'm 35. I'm in a dead end job. I get laid off tomorrow. I got to take care of my kids. I barely get to see them because I'm just working so much and I don't get anything. So I'm not having fun, I can't take care of my kids, and I'm in a job I hate. It's better if you're young right now at like 20 years old to start making a change, get into wholesaling real estate than being 30 and doing this, because it is way, way, way harder to start this side hustle of wholesaling, make it a full-time hustle at 35 with 3 kids than it is to do it when you're 20 or 18 years old with no kids and no big responsibilities. The thing about wholesaling real estate is if you fail, like let's say you absolutely fail, you already still live with your mom in her basement, right? And I'm not saying that's everyone, but like I say, if you're living with your mom and wholesaling fails, like, okay, you're broke, you go back to being broke, right? You go from broke to broke. But if you're 35 and you're making some money and you fail in wholesaling, like now you're super broke and now you can't feed your kids, which is way worse. And so I'm pleading everybody watching this, like if you're young, like go all in on this. $10, call Motivate Sellers, text them out, get that first deal, then reinvest into software. And then you don't have to work that grind with wholesaling that feels like it. But wholesaling is way easier than most jobs in America. The reason why you feel like wholesaling is harder is because you work all day, right? Like, so this is your energy levels and like it's going down throughout the day. And then right here, job's over, right? And so for half the people, they go back and they go do things they like and their energy levels go up because they're super happy. And then they got to go back to work and then it goes down, right? The thing about it is right when you're done working, which is like this little thing, then you have to start calling and texting, which even drains your energy even more. And then you rest, go back to baseline, and you keep doing that cycle, and it's not fun. And that's the problem with wholesaling is like you work a full-time job, you're tired, and then you got to do extra work. Well, the cool part about it is once you start making money, then you just start wholesaling, and your energy goes like this, and it's a little peak down. It's not terrible. And then you make a bunch of money, your energy goes up, and you're fun, and you're done working, and your energy is definitely a lot better and a lot easier when you're full-time into wholesaling, because wholesaling's easy compared to a 9-to-5 job. But when you do a 9-to-5 job and you're wholesaling, it does get a little tough. So if I had $10 in my bank account, it's not even about the money. It's about this is your do or die moment to get into wholesaling real estate. Because once you get older, it just gets infinitely harder to get into this business. And if you are working in 9-to-5, I guarantee you're going to get sick of it and want to go back in here in this business, because that 9-to-5 job life is not the life for you. So guys, if you want to get started wholesaling real estate absolutely for free, I'll teach you, I'll mentor you for free. I don't care. Let me just help you out, learn wholesaling real estate, get you out of this 9-to-5 grind. I'm not selling you no course, anything like that. I want to teach you for free. Just go to freewholesaling.com, my free real estate wholesaling course and mentorship and community. And like always, if you got any value from this video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.